Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Today is Sunday, February the 9th, and I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and we have another fun-filled evening planned with lots of food. Actually, just two things of food, but it's going to be super yummy. But today is Sunday, February the 9th. Somehow, it is already almost halfway through February. Don't know about the rest of you all, but we have had all of our winter in 1 week. We were at 60, I think last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I can go back and look at the chat notes. I think we were pretty sure we were like at 60 something degrees last Sunday. Then we had 5 inches of rain during the week. Then we had snow yesterday. So it snowed 3 inches at the chapel yesterday at Casey Kitchen Center and then was gone in like an hour. So hopefully Facebook is going to be good to us and give us all of our comments because I want to hear how everybody's doing. I want to hear if anybody else is in the path of this horrible storm. Hello, Melissa. Yay! Comments are working. That is so awesome. So yeah. Awesome. I don't have to look on my phone. But today is Sunday, February the 9th. Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. If you don't want to see all the hi hellos, go ahead and grab that little scroll bar and go on over to about 10 minutes because that's when it kind of dies down. But for the rest of you, hello Betty, hello Robin, hello Orlando Debbie, hello Mary from Pennsylvania. For the rest of you who do like to say hi and hello, I'll try to get to everybody. Hello, April. If you are brand new, though, do give us a shout out because we would love to say hi and hello to you, and we would love to welcome you. So, hello, Kim. We're going to get all of our highs and hellos in, and hello, Kathy in snowy Ohio. Yeah, it was snowy for about an hour here yesterday. Hello, Carol Lou. Hello, Sandra from Dingmansbury. Oh, and before I get carried away, tonight's nails, Casey will have to tell you the colors because I don't remember, but I mixed two. Yeah, so I mixed some sparklies and some pink. And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. I know, Barbara, there is more rain coming. I know, I'm so sorry. Hello, Janet. And hello, Claudie. Melissa said, we talked about you. What? Melissa said they talked about me in their WW meeting on Saturday morning. Oh, I hope it was all good. I hope y'all weren't saying, we don't like to say hi, hello. I'm just kidding, Melissa. I know better than that. Aloha, Kathy. So Kathy is probably the only person with us tonight who did not have snow yesterday. And maybe or maybe not even may or may not have even had rain. I know, Barbara. I know, more rain. Hello, Sandy from northeastern Kansas. Hello, Lynn. Hi, Letitia. Hello, Evie. Hello, Sherry is still sick in Connecticut, and I'm so sorry, Sherry. I hope y'all get better soon. It sounded like everybody was sick. And thank you, Sandra. Hello, Trish from rainy California. I think it's raining everywhere. Hello, Sherry. Oh, Melissa, thank you. Melissa says it was very good. Thank you. Hello, Vicky. And yes, thank you, Debbie. I know I mixed two. Today, or two this week. And hello, Vicky from Norman, Oklahoma. Hello, Sylvia. Oh, Lynn didn't have snow. One of the few areas that didn't have snow. Hello, Patty. So it's crazy. The weather is absolutely crazy. And then we had, hello, Shirley Ann. We had like 2 solid days of rain. And hello, another Lynn. Oh no. And Vicky had the flu all week. I'm so sorry. You all get better. Yeah. And Barbara said, did you like the quiet snow yesterday? Yeah, so we had 3 inches just all of a sudden in Bearden, and then it was gone an hour later. Hello, Sandy from Valparaiso. I'm still trying to figure out how to say it. Anyway, Indiana. And Debbie got a 5K in yesterday morning. Awesome. Hello, my Christy. Hello, Irma. No snow, but a chilly 64 for Kathy. A chilly, so really, I guess that would be chilly there. I guess it would be. Hello, Marlene. Hello, Alicia. Yep, Marianne had a mix of every kind of weather in Pennsylvania. So did we. Hello, Kathy from Iowa. So we've got a lot for this evening. Hello, Vicky from Georgia. Again, if you are brand new, please let us know. When Sandy says I was correct. Good. So there's a lot of other things I can't pronounce, but I can pronounce her city. Awesome. Yes, and hello, Lisa. Oops, wait, Sandra had a great weigh-in this month. She lost 3.2 pounds and got her 40-pound charm. Woo! And I already see somebody likes it. Good, so somebody's already liked that comment. Yep, and Shirley Ann says it's lovely in Florida. Great. Wish I was there. Wish I was in Florida. But anyway, this Sunday, February the 9th, if you're brand new with us, hello, Jerry. If you're brand new with us, please give us a shout out. And thank you all for the hearts and the thumbs ups when you're live with us. But if you're brand new, please give us a shout out because we would love to welcome you. And to everyone else, hi and hello. Oh, Shanique. Okay, so you're going to have to help me. Is it Shaniqua? I hope I said that right. Shenique. So hopefully it's Shaniqua. Hello. And if it's not, you'll just have to do the best you can correcting me through typing. But hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome her. Hello, Melissa. Oop, Vicky got 2 inches of snow. Woo! Wood? Yeah. So you all do a good job of welcoming her. That is awesome. We are so happy to have you here. And how did you find us? Oh, yay! I said it correctly. So Shaniqua. Okay. And I can also pronounce Shaniqua's name. Awesome. How did you find us? Did you find us through YouTube? Because I want to remind people, we have so many people who can't attend a meeting for one reason or another, either financial reasons, time constraints, don't have one near you. We still do have a member who's in the mountains of Turkey, and there's just nowhere to go. There's just no meeting to go to. So don't forget to share our videos on YouTube because they're free, and so it's a free meeting for people who can't. Oh, Shaniqua found us on Facebook, yay! But it's a free meeting for people who can't, who can't attend otherwise, or maybe you just missed one. But yeah, we really appreciate it if you share those, because again, the meetings are free, or our little visitations here together are free. Yeah, and hello Kim. So we're gonna start talking a little bit because and hello Carla. I heard a rumor that we might have a pop-in guest. Not sure, not 100% sure. I know it's not Alyssa and no, it's not Casey, but there's a rumor going around that we might have a pop-in guest for just a minute. So maybe, but I know that's going to be quite the interruption. So I'm going to get talking so that if we do have our pop-in, that we don't run out of time tonight, because I do have two yummy things back here to make. So, hold on a second. Vicki said that WW is in Parade Magazine AJC paper today. I don't know what AJC is. Paper today as being very healthy. Correct. Yes, WW is very healthy. So it's not just about losing weight anymore. But let's go ahead and get chatting. Not John. John's not a surprise guest. He's here now, since he's not having to travel for work so much, he's here most Sundays. So yeah, not John though. He wouldn't be so much of a surprise. Actually, he popped in last week to nibble a little bit since we were having Super Bowl yummies. And I will say, in case you all were not here with us last week, the dip that we made, the what did I call it? The steakhouse dip that I made. Oh, Atlanta Journal. Sorry, Vicki. The steakhouse dip that I made, he ate all of it. So I know I didn't make a whole lot, but he ate all of it. So he didn't eat more than one serving of the French fries that I had, the air fryer French fries that I had made to go with it, but he ate all of the dip, and he was like scraping the bottom of it, and he was using the chicken. So the chicken that I had made, he was using it to like scrape, the insides of the little bowl. He loved it that much. Hello, Jan. But he loved it that much. So if y'all haven't tried the steakhouse dip yet, you definitely need to try it. Because, yeah, super yummy. And you know what, Vicki, I meant to look. We're going to sidetrack. Hello, Rosie. Good to see you. We're going to sidetrack since I didn't have to use my phone to watch you all. We're going to look real quick and see if we can find G. Hughes on Amazon. So hold on just a second. I'm going to look really, really quick. Just going to sidetrack real quick. But again, today is Sunday, February the 9th, while I'm looking for the G. Hughes Steakhouse to see if it is on Amazon. Now, I got it at Publix, and I know Debbie found hers at Publix. Somebody said Walmart. Of course, I haven't looked at Walmart. Let's see. Lisa said, I cut up my veggies and had the buffalo dip. Yeah. Yes. Is it not awesome? Okay, let's see if they have the steak sauce. So, it looks like, yes, they do. So, the G. Hughes steak sauce is on Amazon, so I will post that link later. We do have an Amazon affiliate page on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, so if you just go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I think you have to go under shop, and then there is a page of affiliate links. So yeah, I'll post that on there later. Hello, Mary from Chile, Ontario, Canada. So you can get that. There. Okay. Last week's chat was number 159. Tonight is number 160, and 160 is Our Guide to Zero Point Food. And at first I was a little bit offended by that, because I was like, what do you mean Our Guide? Because I was thinking WW was saying it was, like Our Guide, but I think they mean Our Guide to Zero Point Foods. But last week was chat number 159. And it was titled, Put Your Mind First. And remember, last week we were talking about things, where how you think you can. So who, though, attended last week? Who attended a physical workshop last week and sat your bottom in a little chair? Give me some thumbs ups. And y'all are already doing thumbs ups because you knew what I was getting ready to say. So give me some thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a little chair. Yep. And if you attended with us here last week, give me some hearts. And if you were watching this live down here, you can do thumbs ups and hearts. If you are not watching with us live, you can always just do some, do an emoji in the comments, in the comment section. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, lots of y'all did both. Lots of y'all did both. So thumbs ups for attended a physical workshop. Hearts for you were here with us live. Hello, Haley. Or you did both. Yeah, so lots of you all did that. Great, even with the stinky weather last week. So here are your Bravo stickers. Here are your Bravo stickers to everyone who attended last week. Don't forget, hello Teresa, don't forget to go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and print your own Bravo stickers. You can print your own. You can print them on sticker paper, or you can print them on regular paper and cut them out. So don't forget to get your Bravo stickers, print them out as many times as you would like, and give yourself one. So bravo to everyone who attended a meeting or attended with us here last week, or both, or did both of those. But last week we were talking about putting your mind first. And so there were three ways that I said that you can think you can. So, you know, like that little train, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So 3 ways that you can think that you can. One was to look back, on a time when you had a successful weight loss. Hello, Scarlett. When you had a successful weight loss before, or when you were feeling especially good about, a decision that you made, or whatever, but to think back on that, to look back and to think back on that. 2 was to remember your why. So a lot of y'all had whys like, better health, being able to bend, being able to tie your shoes without passing out, because you can breathe when you bend over. Lots of good whys. And then the 3rd one was to talk to yourself. So remember to talk to yourself like you're talking to a friend, because again, you would never tell a friend, "Oh, you messed up. You better just quit. You better just hang it up and quit." You would never talk to a friend like that. So for your homework last week, a couple of you all really nailed it last week. So I was gonna fill you in on a couple of those. Carla nailed it. Hello, Sylvia from Canada. Carla nailed it. She came up with a quote from The Help. So if you haven't seen the movie The Help, or if you haven't read the book, you may not understand why I'm getting ready to say what I'm getting ready to say, but this is a quote from The Help, and it was spot on. So we were talking about reasons that you think you can. So during, in The Help, and I don't remember her name, but one of the characters is talking to herself, and she's pumping herself up. Hello, Carol. Kind of this, what was it we were doing last week? Looking in the mirror and saying, what is it? I like you, you're smart, whatever, people like you, and doggone, gosh darn it, I like you, whatever, people, and gosh darn it, people like you. So Carla nailed it. This quote from The Help is, "You is kind, you is smart, you is important." And she's exactly right. You is kind, you is smart, and you is important. That one was perfect. Way to go, Carla. Thanks for quoting that. Sandra got me a little, because she has been over the top, helping her husband, getting him all settled in. As a caretaker myself, I so appreciate people who invest in their families, like this, because it worries me when I go to the nursing home or the hospital or whatever, and I see people there that are just like abandoned. So Sandra said that her think you can. So one of her whys was to stay healthy enough to care for her husband. And let me just tell you, she is rocking it. So she is staying healthy. She's eating good food. She's had a couple of little hiccups, but they're tiny, tiny little hiccups. I mean, tiny ones, especially for as much stress as she's had on her. And he is in the absolute best care. So thank you very much, Sandra. You can. You definitely can. Sylvia says she is much more outgoing. So that is a side effect that I've never had trouble with that, because, I am Nana's daughter. But the side effect that I never really thought of, and I have watched some people in our WW group, in our physical meeting, who used to sit by themselves, who used to, not really talk to many people, who didn't really want to talk, when Gwen would ask a question. And as they have started, hello Kathy, as they have started, losing some weight, and started feeling a little bit more comfortable, and realized they're not alone, they're not the only person doing this, and started feeling a little bit more normal, they've started moving to the other tables, they've started answering some questions, they've started participating. So Sylvia said the exact same thing. She said she is much more outgoing now. And Sylvia, you look awesome. So you should be more outgoing. And hello, Roberta. Then Lynn said that her weight loss, 2 things. Her weight loss has her walking farther, so she can walk farther than she ever could when she was a little bit heavier. and she's sleeping better. So, walking farther so she can walk farther, and she's sleeping better. I think those go hand in hand. So you all nailed it. Good job. So you ladies that did your homework, extra bravo stickers for you. Very good. So that was the hashtag Think You Can. So awesome job on doing your homework. This is perfect because it's like 8:14. This week, we're going to talk about our guide to 0-point foods. So this is chat number 160, our guide to 0-point foods. So I have a couple of questions for you. For those of you who are not brand new, you've been doing WW for a little while, or you've been doing it for a long while, like me, what are some reasons that you might not be using 0-point foods? Because I do see some complaining, about the 0-point foods. So 3 of the things, hello Lisa, 3 of the reasons that I have narrowed it down to that people might be either reluctant or hesitant, or, like some of us are like, I don't want to have to do it, hello Tabitha. 3 of the reasons that I see that people are not using 0-point foods, one of them is that they think it takes too much time to prep. We're going to talk about that in the second half, but too much time prepping. The second one is that they don't like any of them. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And the third thing is that they think they're boring. So we're going to talk about why 0-point foods are not boring, and why they don't take too much time to prep, and why you should like some of them. We'll talk about that in the second half. But let me just remind everybody, so we're doing WW My Way now. So this is 2020. This is February the 9th, 2020. And so you were on WW My Way. If you were on let's start with the lowest one. If you are on green, which is what I'm on right now. So if you are on green, we have over 100 0-point foods. A 0-point food, just to be clear, a 0-point food. Oh, Letitia says, honestly, I get lazy. So I'm going to show you how not to be lazy, because me too. I get busy. Hello, Loretta. But a 0-point food is one that is designated 0 by WW. Okay, we don't get to decide which foods are 0 points, okay? Because I see a lot of creative math. I see a lot of people doing things like, I always keep lifesavers, and so one lifesaver might be 0 points. That does not make it a 0-point food. So just because a serving of something is 0 points, or a half of a serving of something is 0 points, or a spoonful or whatever, does not make it a 0-point food. So 0-point foods are designated that way by Weight Watchers because they are more nutrient dense. They are less likely to be an abuse food. They are healthier for you. They are lower in fat, higher in protein. There's a bunch of different reasons why they get classified as a 0-point food. So let's not be creative. Okay, so green. I'm green. I'm team green. We have over 100 0-point foods that have been designated that way by WW. If you are on blue, you have over 200 0-point foods. And if you are on purple, you have over 300 0-point foods. Over 300. So what I want to talk about on our weekly, they are talking about our guide to 0-point foods. I'm going to quickly read this to you all. They say 0-point foods are healthy, easy to have on hand, and 0 smart points value. That does not mean they are free. That does not mean they are calorie free. They are 0 smart points value. That means you can enjoy them without weighing, measuring, or tracking, regardless of which color you're on. They add major flexibility to your smart points budget, and they're pretty delicious. Pretty darn delicious. And our studies have found that members can incorporate 0-point foods into everyday eating and still lose weight, which is true. In fact, since introducing these foods, members have been more successful. So they have 6 tips for us that if you got your weekly last week, it looks like this. The 6 tips. Number 1 was start building your meal with a 0-point base. Number 2 is choose right for you portion sizes based on what you would normally eat. Now remember, that doesn't mean open a can of beans just because it's 0 and eat the whole can, or eat 6 ears of corn or 3 bananas. Okay, portions. We've talked about portion sizes in previous chats, so you can go back and look those up. Number 3, going out to dinner on Saturday. Lean on 0-point foods during the week so you'll have weeklies and rollovers to spend. Number 4, reach for 0-point foods when you want a snack. And look, they made some yummy fruit kebabs. Number 5, don't eat only 0-point foods. Limiting yourself to certain ones is a recipe for boredom. I totally agree. Don't just limit yourself to 0-point foods. And number 6, discover new 0-point meal ideas in the WW app on Connect or on the back of this card. So they did have some lovely ideas on the back of the card. Y'all know how I love to pick 3 things. So I'm going to say reasons why we should use 0-point foods. It's BBB. It's the triple B's tonight. So tonight I'm doing triple B's. B, build a meal around 0-point foods. It is so easy, and we're going to definitely talk about this in the second half of the chat in the extra credit portion, but it is so easy to build a meal around a 0-point food. So that doesn't mean your whole meal has to be 0. It could be if that's what you had planned, but you can definitely build a meal around, build a meal around a 0-point food or foods. And you can, you can always use it to hashtag bulk it up. But you can build that meal around there, and you can flesh it out and make it into something yummy and delicious using your 0-point foods. You can budget your day or your week or a meal, but you can budget it using 0-point foods to leave room for higher point selections. Like say if you're going to use some a higher point food for something, a lot of people will start with something 0 points or lower points, 0 points especially, and build around that, so that you can use your budget, so that you can more effectively eat your budget. Let's see, and Debbie says, if you ate all 0-point foods, the app will not allow rollovers. You have to be at least 11 SP a day. Okay, that makes sense. But you can budget for that. And I will tell you, 0-point food. So sometimes you can budget. A lot of times, most of the time, we should budget ahead. So just like you do a budget for your money, think about this as your food money. So you want to budget, spending $0 on certain foods so that you can spend more money, more food money on some things that are higher higher in points. And 0-point food, while you're budgeting, they cover a lot of, let's just say, past sin. So if you've gone overboard at a meal, you can always get back on track using a 0-point food to get you back on track. And bonus, 0-point foods, because of how they are designated as a 0-point food, they are going to be more filling. So they're automatically going to be more filling. They're automatically going to be more nutrient dense. Oh no, who made an angry face? I didn't even see it, Debbie. But they're automatically going to be more nutrient dense, and they're delicious. So most of the 0-point foods, there's a couple that I don't eat, but out of 100, I get 100. I'm on green. If you're, again, green is 100, at least 100. Blue is 200, and purple is 300. So there are lots and lots and lots of delicious options, on all 3 of the colors. And I really thought that our surprise guest would be here by now. So I've talked super fast because I thought they would already be here. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about building a meal. So remember a few minutes ago when I said that some people think that it's too much time prepping, to use 0-point foods, or take too much time to prep. So I picked up a couple of things at Trader Joe's today to show you that they're not. Trader Joe's they have the spiralized zucchini. They have, I call them zoodles. They call them zucchini spirals. These are super yummy. They're frozen. You can just take them out and you can heat them up in a skillet. You could heat them up in the microwave if you wanted to. They're better in the skillet. Oh, well, thank you. Myra says, I love your meetings. They help me so much. I always learn something, and I'm motivated after listening to you. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and hello, Lacey. Lacey, oh, you are late. And yes, Tabitha says, build, budget, and bonus. Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about tonight. But they're the zucchini spirals. They have carrot spirals. They have lots of, pre-prepared foods. I know a lot of the grocery stores have zucchini, carrot. I've seen beets at Publix, but a lot of them have pre-spiralized in containers, like in plastic containers. So these, if you're getting them frozen, hello Jackie, if you're getting them frozen at Trader Joe's or at another grocery store, because other brands have them, it's not just Trader Joe's. But if you're getting them, and if they are, thank you Tabitha, thank you Kathy. And if you're getting them like this, they should just be the vegetable. I will say, when you scan these from Trader Joe's, they come up as 1 point. They're not 1 point. This is zucchini. It's just zucchini and sea salt. Don't know who put this in. Somebody obviously, entered this in and didn't get it right. But they are 0 points. So if you get any of the fresh ones in the plastic containers, thank you, Vicki. If you get any of the, and Loretta says, carrots must taste delicious spiralized. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, and Chrissy reminds us that butternut squash noodles are good, and the zigzag butternut squash is really good. But anyway, so this is an easy one. Trader Joe's also has, in the refrigerated section, they have riced cauliflower. You can get this in the frozen section at other stores. I have seen, what brand is it? I think it's Jolly Green Giant. I don't remember. Anyway, but they have frozen riced cauliflower at most grocery stores, so you should be able to find it at, Kroger, Meijer, Walmart, wherever you go. But this is just refrigerated riced cauliflower. So instead of buying a head of cauliflower and trying to rice it yourself, who does that? Actually, my Sunday school teacher did that, and like an hour later, she had broken out into a sweat, and I was like, oh my gosh, it comes already riced. But riced cauliflower, again, it's just cauliflower. The ingredients, you guessed it, cauliflower, and that's it. So it is a 0 point food. 0 point food. Yummy. Remember I talked about them being yummy, 0 point foods being yummy. This is the Trader Joe's pico de gallo salsa. 2 tablespoons is 0 points on blue, green, and purple. The first 2 things I showed you, 0 points, blue, green, and purple. Pico de gallo from Trader Joe's. There are lots of other brands. So yummy and delicious, has lots of good spices in it. Hello, Rita. 0 points. Already prepared. You're not having Green Giant. Yeah, Carl, I think it was. You're not having to chop and prep all these, because I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't spend this much time. And one last convenience thing that I picked up this week at Trader Joe's. I cannot wait to try this later this week. This is the Asian stir fry. And I know every grocery store has prepared, already chopped, already prepared food. So it doesn't have to take a long time. You don't have to spend half your life prepping and chopping vegetables. If you like to do that, more power to you. But for those of us, me included, who are using, Sue, in New Zealand, they don't have all these options. I know you don't have Trader Joe's, but surely your grocery stores have started carrying already pre-prepared foods, I hope. But this one looked super good to me. This is an Asian style vegetable stir fry. And so it's already all chopped up. It's already ready to go. And this has green peppers, broccoli, red peppers, snap peas, snow pea pods, white onions, red onions, mushrooms, carrots, bok choy, shoots, bamboo shoots, water, and then it just has like some things to keep it fresh. And so this is going to be, and water chestnut. So this is going to be 0. This is going to be 0 smart points, I believe, on all 3, plans. So vegetable stir fry, this is going to be a great base, for a 0 point food. So what I want you to do for your homework this week is I want you to hashtag build a meal. So let me just make sure this isn't my surprise guest. Nope. Okay, so I want you to hashtag build a meal. So I want you to take some 0 point food and I want you to build a meal around it. Don't forget to tag me. So on Instagram, you're going to tag me at IfYouHaveAnEgg. If you're here on the Facebook page, you're going to tag me at IfYouHaveAnEgg. If you are tagging me in our closed group, it is at Kelly Green Milligan. If you are tagging me on WW Connect, it is at Scrap and Stamp 2, SCRAPNSTAMP, the number 2. But you can tag me in those places. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. You can just write something in the comments. But your homework this week is hashtag build a meal. So you would take something like this. You would take something like this, the already chopped up vegetables, build some kind of a meal around that. You might take the riced cauliflower. One of the girls in our physical group has been, her name has just left me. Haley. Sorry, Haley. Haley has been wearing this out. She's been wearing the riced cauliflower out, and she's doing such a good job with her riced cauliflower. She has been able to enjoy some of her favorite Yum Yum sauce, which we think we found some lower point Yum Yum sauce at Walmart, maybe. But Haley's been rocking this. She's been using the riced cauliflower and using it to, to build on in her dishes so that she can enjoy some of the other things that she loves. But so that is your homework. Hashtag Hashtag build a meal. So take a 0-point food, anything, any 0-point food, and you're going to build on it. So do tag me in it. Do your homework. You want your extra Bravo stickers next week. I will feature some favorites next week when we have our chat. Don't go anywhere. We are getting ready for the second part of our chat. Let me see if this is our guest or surprise guest. You know, it's not really a surprise if they text you before they come in, and it's not them. Okay, anyway, so do your homework. Let's see. Hello, Tahira. Thank you so much for putting your name on there, because you know that I can't keep up with that. And it is time for water, Barbara. You are correct. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with part two of chat number 160, our guide to 0-point food, and I'm going to show you how to build a meal. So I'm going to drink my water, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Whew. Okay. And we are back. So this is part two. It is the extra credit portion of chat number 160, our guide to 0-point food. And we spent the entire first 30 minutes, of our chat talking about why 0-point foods, why some people might not be using them. So the 3 reasons that I came up with, the 3 reasons that I see the most often, and I am guilty of as well, that people might not use as many 0-point foods. The first one was too much time prepping. Well, we just disproved that by going through and looking at some pre-prepared things like this Asian style vegetable stir fry from Trader Joe's. Lots of grocery stores have, pre-prepared vegetables. I mean, this is a huge container. Oh, Christy, where were you? You missed the homework. Christy missed the homework, so sorry, we're going to back up a second. Rewind. The homework is hashtag build a meal. So you're going to take a 0-point something and you're going to build a meal. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a few minutes. But lots of grocery stores have this. I happen to love Trader Joe's. All their food is fresh. If you don't like anything, you can take it back. Even if you've eaten all of it, you can take it back and get your money back. And this container is huge, and this was not a whole lot of money. So, I don't know, Trader Joe's is just a good deal. But, so, first thing was too much time prepping. That's no time prepping. Things like pico de gallo salsas, no time prepping. Things like riced cauliflower, 0 time prepping, just got to cut the top off that bag, and noodles. So you are more than welcome to get a spiralizer. I have one. Some people who do a lot of meal prepping have the big spiralizer, where you can do lots and lots of vegetables. I don't have time for that. I would love to be able to do that, but I just don't have time for it. So I use pre-prepared things like this. The second thing was, don't like any of them. Really, you don't like any 0-point food. So if you're green, you get 100, blue, you get 200, purple, you get 300, and you don't like any of them, none of them, no 0-point foods. You don't like anything that's in this container. You don't like anything that's in this container. I mean, this is lots of yummy stuff. And the third thing was boring. Okay, I don't think there's anything boring about pico de gallo, and there's absolutely nothing boring about what we're getting ready to make. So we're going to start with a 0-point food, and I'm going to show you how to build 2 meals using 0-point foods. So you're going to start with that. And remember, this is your homework. If you want to copy me exactly, you sure can. And Loretta says, I can't meal prep, I get overwhelmed. Me too. So when I start to meal prep, well, I don't get overwhelmed, I get bored. So when I start to meal prep, I'll get like 2 things in. Like I'll make it for like 2 meals, and then I'm bored. And I think our guest might be here. So I'm going to show you how to build 2 meals using 0-point foods. We only have 1 guest. Our surprise guest didn't come. Why is our surprise guest not here?
He needed to take a couple phone calls. So.
Okay, so our surprise guest, this is the second time that he was supposed to be with us, and the second time that work has taken his attention. So sorry, y'all are stuck with me and with John, so you're going to have to say hi because they've been waiting on surprise guest.
Oh.
Which wasn't much of a surprise, but anyway.
Hello.
So you just get John, sorry. And Dusty, who's around here somewhere. Anyway, well, we're going to have to get surprise guest to show up sometime and just maybe take his phone away from him so he can actually come in here and talk to us. Okay, so pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is a mix of all these yummy vegetables. It's like a salsa, but it's really chunky. It's a very chunky salsa. It has tomatoes, onions, lemon juice, let's see, jalapeno peppers, salt, cilantro, and garlic powder. And everybody's saying, hey. Okay, so we're going to build 2 meals. Okay, the first one that we're going to build is going to be a breakfast meal. And so we're going to start with, remember, we're going to start with a 0 point food, and then we're going to build on that. And so the 0 point food that we're going to use first for our breakfast meal, the first thing we're going to do is use peppers and onions. So peppers and onions, these are sauteed peppers and onions. They do have, so the peppers and onions themselves are 0 points on any, on blue, green, or purple. 0 points for the peppers and onions. I used 1 teaspoon of olive oil, which is 1 smart point. So I use that to saute these, and this is about 1.5 cups of sauteed peppers and onions. So this is 1 smart point so far, and I'm not going to give you all the smart points, or we will run out of time. But so that's about 1.5 cups of sauteed peppers and onions. And so remember, this started life, and where did my fork go? This started life as a 0 point food. So that's what we're going to build our base on. So we're going to start our Build-A-Meal, our hashtag Build-A-Meal, kind of like Build-A-Bear. We're going to start that with 0 point peppers and onions, and then I added 1 smart point, for the sauteing. Okay, and Loretta says, sometimes I use broth. I do too, but I will say, even though it has points, you need a little bit of healthy oil every day. A little bit, just a tiny bit. So that's what I use that for. And, okay, and Teresa says, need something for a wimpy stomach. No onions, garlic, peppers, or cilantro. Ooh, no cilantro. You could do like some wilted lettuce or bok choy. Can you have some of that, Teresa? So bok choy would be really good. Okay, Sandra, hold on. So Sandra says I would put that in an omelet. Okay, hold on. Well, Sandra, you could do that for your homework, and don't forget to tag me in it. Then to that, we are going to add, oh, I hope the color of that comes through. Can you all see that okay? It's really washed out with the lighting. But anyway, this is scrambled egg whites. So these are, the egg whites are 0 points on all 3. If you were on blue or purple, you could do a scrambled egg. Sue says, oh, definitely not a food we have in New Zealand. Easy to make myself though, I guess. Oh, the pico de gallo. Yeah, I think so. You could just chop all that up. But anyway, so this is egg whites. 0 on blue, green, and purple. If you're on blue or purple, you could do an egg. You could make, a scrambled egg. This has literally nothing else in it. This is just the egg whites, and I scrambled them. So that's another 0 point food. And we are going to add this to the top. So we're going to add this over the sauteed peppers and onions. Okay, and I just scrambled those in a skillet. Nothing fancy. Okay, so now our Build-A-Meal looks like this. Oh, thank you. See, Barbara says, love your top. The color gray looks good on you. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, and then we're going to add some potatoes. So these potatoes started out as potatoes. They were just potatoes. And they are hash browned potatoes. I did get these at Trader Joe's. They were already hashed, and Dusty just fell off the couch. He's fine. Okay, he must have been having a dream because he literally just fell off the couch. Anyway, okay, so I guess that's what happens when you're an old man. But anyway, so these were hashed brown potatoes, and they are just potatoes though. Okay, and now I think he thinks something pushed him off the couch. Buddy, there was nothing over there. There was nothing on the couch. He seriously thinks something pushed him off the couch. Anyway, he fell off the couch. He's on the floor. Anyway, okay, so he's okay. Just having a bad dream, I guess. But anyway, so these were hash brown potatoes. They were just potatoes. So and this is a 1/2 cup of them. So on blue and green, these are going to be 2 smart points. On purple, 0 smart points, because remember, just plain potatoes are 0 smart points. Then I did he is okay. Yeah, he is okay, Irma. He literally he was having a dream. He just fell off the couch. But anyway, so I spritz these with a little bit of olive oil from my Evo spritzer. Hello, Divine. From my Evo spritzer, and then sprinkled a little bit of Dax Steakhouse seasoning on there just to kind of, kick them up a little bit. And then I put them in the air fryer in my Simple Living Products air fryer. And yeah, Haley, I think it was a wild dream, and he's okay, Kim. But I cooked them on 400 degrees for 6 to 8 minutes. You need to shake them a couple of times in between. And they come out, a little crispy. So they're like French fried, or like those, like the potato sticks. They're kind of like the potato sticks. So that's 2 points. So we have a 0 point base. And then I'm going to sprinkle my potato sticks on there, the hash brown potatoes. Okay, so now our bowl looks like this. So it's getting there. And then we have 2 tablespoons of the pico de gallo. So remember, the pico de gallo was tomatoes, onions, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of lemon juice, but I'm going to add this to the top. So this is 0 points. So as right now, we literally only have, shoestring potatoes. Exactly, Sylvia. That's exactly how they turn out. So these were hash browns, but they turn into shoestring potatoes. And Betty, I'm not putting cheese on this one. Cheese would be good, and you would have plenty of points left to do cheese. But this is 2 tablespoons of pico de gallo. This is also 0 smart points. So this literally, this entire bowl, the only points that are in here are for the potatoes. So I'm just going to dump the pico de gallo on top. And I wish I could turn this completely. Yes, this is for one person, Debbie. This is a whole lot of food. A whole lot of food. So, yeah. You could definitely share this with a friend. But this is, I just wanted to show you how big you can make this. I mean, look how big this bowl is. So that whole bowl is two smart points if you're on blue or green, and it is 0 smart points if you're on purple. Yeah, I think it would be 0 on purple. So definitely, yes, Loretta says that would definitely fill me. I think this is definitely filling. But this is how you build a meal. You build something around a 1. You're right. So the potatoes, I did do the oil. Yeah, so that's 1 smart point for the oil. So it was 2 for the potatoes. If you're on blue or green, 2 for the potatoes, 1 for the oil. If you're on purple, it would just be 1 for the oil. Okay, Sandra says she keeps pausing. What? Okay. But anyway, so that's a huge bowl. And yes, Loretta says, and so healthy. Exactly. And I have no idea what you're saying, dude. But anyway, so yummy. Peppers and onions, scrambled egg whites, the little potatoes that I made in the air fryer, and the pico de gallo. Woohoo, yummy. So who wants that? Okay, so that was the first one. And I don't know why Facebook is pausing the video. Do not know why Facebook is pausing the video. Oh well. Okay, the next one is we're going to start with another one of these bowls, and these little half bowls. So I've been calling them half bowls, but I think they are pasta bowls. I think I found them on Amazon called pasta bowls. Anyway, so we're going to start with another bowl, another half bowl, pasta bowl. Okay, and the 0 point base that I'm going to start with is the zucchini noodles. So this was the zucchini spirals. So this was the zucchini spirals. Again, they're just zucchini, so they're going to be 0 smart points, and you don't have to get the ones from Trader Joe's. You could do, you could get, they have fresh ones in most grocery stores, but I'm just going to spread these around in the bottom. The fresh ones that are in grocery stores are a little more sturdy than these, and you'll see when I set these out here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So here is the spiralized zucchini, Yeah, and for some reason Sandra keeps pausing. Sorry, don't know why. Okay, so we're going to do that. So the zucchini is 0. The zucchini spirals are 0. This is 1 cup of taco soup. And this was, I'm sorry, Loretta says, what was the potato, a half a cup? Yes, it was a half a cup of the hash brown potatoes. But you have to make sure, if you're going to buy them already hashed, already shredded, you have to make sure that they weren't made with oil, because some of them have oil. Yes, and Tabitha says whole grain pasta is now 0.2 on purple. Yes, it is, Tabitha. I still, when we did Simply Filling, which was basically purple years ago, and I don't know why. Vicky says it's pausing for her too. I don't know why. Is everybody else okay? Is everybody else okay? Is everybody else pausing? So anyway, so I don't do the whole wheat. I do the whole wheat pasta, but I do it in very little quantities because I could eat my weight in pasta. Okay, so this is taco soup. So this is 1 cup of taco soup, and it is from another recipe. It has black beans, pinto beans, navy beans, basically corn. Everything in here is almost. Thank y'all for letting me know that you're okay. So almost everything in here on purple is 0. A lot of the things in here on blue are purple On purple, a lot of the things in here are 0. Most everything in here is 0 except for some of the meat. On green, and thank you all, on green it is about 5 smart points, and on blue a handful of the things have points. If that makes any sense. I'll point it out for you later. Okay, so I've got the zucchini noodles. I'm going to pour my taco soup on top of that. You can drain it a little bit more than I did if you want, if you don't want yours to be quite as wet as mine has ended up being. Then, so now it looks like that. Then I am going to add some cheese. So this is where the cheese is going to come in. So this is 2 tablespoons of Velveeta shredded cheese. You can use any kind of light cheese. I'm just going to sprinkle this on here, and I'll figure the exact points for you all later on this one. So that is 2 tablespoons of Velveeta shredded cheese. You can use any kind of shredded cheese, lighter shredded cheese. I just happen to like the Velveeta brand. It's really good. It's easy to get here. If you can't find it where you live, I did find it on Amazon. You can just go to Amazon.com and search Velveeta, or I will put it on our blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I think it's under shop, and then Amazon affiliates, I think is what it's under. And so I'll put a link to that in there as well. Then, because we're not done yet, so remember, we started with our base. We're building a meal. So build a meal. We started with a base of the zucchini spirals. That was 0. Then we added the taco soup, which is, yep, Loretta, we're getting there. Which the taco soup on purple is nearly 0. I think it's like 1 point on purple. It's only like 2, maybe 3 points on blue. And it's about 5 points on green, but still, on green, that's not very many points. Then we had a couple of points for the cheese. Oop, and Haley made taco soup this week. So yeah, so she's gonna change it up a little bit. Then we're gonna add some more of the 2-point pico de gallo. So we're gonna add a little bit more of that, put that on the top. Did I say 2-point of the 0-point pico de gallo? So now it looks like this. And we're going to save this one for just a second. And because I only have, for me, on green, I only have 5 points in this whole bowl right now. Purple, you've got about maybe 1 point because it does have a little bit of meat in it. Blue, you have 2, maybe 3 points in this. And then for me on green, I only have 5, 6, 7 points in this, right now. Well, you have to count the little bit of cheese. So I'm going to add 7. This is 7. They're not Doritos, but they're nacho cheese chips. So I'm going to add 7 nacho cheese chips, and that's 2 more points. and I crumbled them up. So I just put them in a Ziploc bag and kind of crushed them a little bit. So I'm going to add those. And no, Loretta, I made the taco soup. So the taco soup, because we have plenty of time, so let me just pause and tell you what's in the taco soup. So, and I actually made it in the can cooker, which we'll have to talk about that at some point as well. But it was a can of black beans, 1 can of pinto beans, 1 can of navy beans, 2 cans of Rotel, 1 packet of this, 1 packet of powdered ranch dressing, and and some Dax Taco Night. That's what I use for my taco seasoning. And let me think what else. Like 3 cups of water, I think. And I put all of that in the can cooker, brought it to steam, brought it to, to where it was perking, whatever, and then cooked it for 20 minutes. You can do it in a crock pot. You can do it in an Instant Pot. You can do it just in a pan, just in a pot on the stove. I just wanted to see if I could make taco soup in the can cooker. I know, and Debbie says, oh, the can cooker. I know, Debbie. We need to come to Orlando and use the can cooker. But I just wanted to see if I could make it in the can cooker, just because I have it, and I just wanted to see if it would make it, And we found this little propane thing on Amazon today. Apparently we spend too much time on Amazon, but we found this little propane thing on Amazon today that you can set the can cooker on. So we don't have to do it with, if we get one of those, Debbie, we will not have to try and heat it up over the charcoal again, which has not ended well. But anyway, so this is 2 points worth of nacho cheese chips. So I'm just going to sprinkle those on there. So see, if you start with a Sylvia, it has the taco soup. I'm sorry, it does have, yeah, you're right. It does have ground turkey and ground very, very lean beef in it. And I'll put that in the taco soup recipe when I post it. I have other taco soup recipes already on the blog on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So you can go ahead and look them up. And yes, Myra, it does have meat in it. You can go ahead and look them up. The can cooker one will just be special because it's cooked in the can cooker. And yes, it has corn in it, Janice. Okay, so y'all know you sidetracked me, so I can't remember every single thing that's in it because this is not what I'm supposed to be talking about. But anyway, so there it is now with the chips on it. And I really wish I could turn this up sideways, but I'll take a good picture of it so y'all can see it. Okay, then let's just talk about this. So this is, oh, Carol says, I hope you use Rakuten. I never can say that right when shopping with Amazon. No, I haven't been, but I'll check it. So, okay, hold on. So Janet says, am confused. Sorry, on purple, you get 16 points a day and loads of 0 point food. It's not free. 0 point food. On blue, we get 23 points. And let me see if I can do this without losing you all. Nope. Oh, wait. And green, we get 30 points and then some free foods. How does yours work? Janet, we're doing WW. So it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, Janet. So we are, everything that I do is WW my way now. My way, your way, our way, her way, his way. So it's exactly the same. So yes, you're exactly right. On purple, you get 16 points a day, and then you have 300 0-point foods. They're not free. They still have calories. You get 300 0-point foods. On blue, well, and it depends on how many points you get a day too. So not everybody gets the same amount of points, but that is the base. You're correct. 16, 23, and 30 is the base amount of points that anybody gets. Okay. So anyway, this is, and somebody mentioned it earlier, and sorry, I already forgot who it was. And yes, Debbie, you'll have to bring the Ninja Foodie, the air fryer Instant Pot. That is awesome because you can do wings or anything, she says. But this is non-fat, plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And I know, Janet, I'm just fussing. Sorry, I'm just fussing. But this is not 0 points on green. This is 0 points on blue or on purple. And so a lot of people don't like it by itself. And some people don't like it even with things mixed into it. But I'm telling you, as a topper for something like this taco salad that we're making, it tastes so much like sour cream on something like this. Like I put it in the taco soup when I was, when we had the taco soup yesterday. We actually had it yesterday and we had it for breakfast this morning. John goes, I think I'd like to have that soup for breakfast this morning. So we did. And now I'm having it as a salad tonight. But the non-fat plain Greek yogurt, oh, and it was Loretta. Thank you, Loretta. Is so good as sour cream, as a replacement for sour cream and something like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and it's just barely any points even on green, but it's 0 on purple and blue. So I'm going to add that. And I just want to know who's going to come wash all these dishes when I get done, because we've made quite the mess here. Quite the mess. Okay. And then you'll have to excuse me because now I've stuck my finger in it. Okay, we have just enough time to finish this one up. I'm going to take a couple, just for aesthetic purposes, I'm going to take a couple of the nacho chips and move them up here on the top. And no, I'm not suggesting that you all stick your fingers in your food. I'm just doing this to make it look prettier. And the last thing that we are going to put on here is some chives, and the chives are 0 points on all plans. So we're going to add some chives. You could do cilantro if you wanted to. I just happen to already have chives because I use those a lot, and John doesn't really like cilantro. Okay, so now this whole thing is 0 for the zucchini. It's between 1 and 5, for the chili, depending on which WW My Way plane you're on. It is 2 points for the chips. We've got between 0 and 1 for the non-fat plain Greek yogurt. And we have 2 for the cheese. So let me think. So this is going to be anywhere from, on purple, this is going to be like 4, I think. And I'll calculate it in a little while. I think it's going to be like 4 on purple, probably 6 on blue, and then like 8 on green. Still not very many points. Or again, a huge bowl full of food. Okay, so does everybody understand how to hashtag build a meal now? So you're going to start with a 0 point food. You're going to build on it. You're going to build on it, and you're going to make it bigger, and you're going to make it better. It's going to be huge. It could be huge by the time you get done. This one is huge. Yeah, like that whole bowl for between 3 and 8 points, I think, depending on which plan you're on. The breakfast one, which doesn't have to be for breakfast, it could be for any meal. Oh, and the zucchini, I just barely blanched it. Carol wants to know if the zucchini was cooked or raw. I just barely blanched it. So it was like blanched. Just barely cooked. Okay, and then this is the breakfast one. So, Loretta says, you just did our homework. No, you have to do your own. And even if you just remake exactly what we made tonight, do your homework. Okay, and Betty, I found bowls like this on, again, Amazon. So I will post on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, I'll post the bowls on there because, I don't know, these make me really happy, because they're big enough. Like the bowls are big enough that I can stir all of this up and it's not going to slosh out like with a normal bowl. And I eat with my eyes, so I like things that look big. So anyway, this makes me really happy. Okay, so do your homework. Tag me in it. If you're watching this later on YouTube, go ahead and click here and watch the next video, or just let it automatically come up. Click here and go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to check the little bell so that it'll let you know when we add new videos. And if you would like to order a Spreadshirt, you can click over here and we would really appreciate it. So, oh, thank you. Loretta says, thank you, you make me happy. Thank you. And Debbie says, my favorite is KFC Fake Out Chicken Bowl. What is that? What is that? You're going to have to tell us what that is. And Rita, you are most welcome. And Sandra, you are also most welcome. Okay, so I'm going to put these up because it is time for me to eat supper now. And of course, I'm starving now, but I hope everybody got some great ideas. I cannot wait to see what you all do with your hashtag Build-A-Bowl. I'll get these posted just as soon as I can so that you all will see those. And thank you all for checking out many recipes today. I mean, y'all have gone crazy on the, which one is it? Oh, the Fluffer Nutter bites. Y'all have gone crazy on that today. Anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying those. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone. I'm going to get Dusty back up on the couch where he's supposed to be, but y'all have an amazing week, and show me what you make. Have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Oh, hoping for no snow, but I'll see you next time. Good night.